Hello beautiful friends, my name is Brittany, this is Rescues and Read. Welcome back or welcome to the channel. I'm so glad this video found you. Welcome to the very first Bookmas video. We are here, we are ready. I am in my die-hard Christmas sweater. Do not expect all of these videos to be filmed in this die-hard Christmas sweater because it is very, very hot. I typically like to open and close Bookmas in this sweater. In the future, if I can get on top of my game a little bit more, I would eventually like to deck out my background and make it a little bit more Christmassy, maybe have a Christmas tree in the background, some lights, but up until this point, I just not have been able to make that happen. But as per usual, we are going to be starting Bookmas with my December TBR. And just like last year, I am bringing back my Bookish advent calendar. I have it here if you can see it. If you're not familiar with how I do these, I am a part of a group on Facebook. It is a gifting group. So every single month, a post is made where you can put your wish list in the comments. And if you're participating, then you will gift the person who posted their wish list before you, and the person who posts their wish list after you, they're the ones that gift you. So it's like a little bit of a gifting chain. And it's just a fun treat every single month, right? You get something unexpected in the mail and you're able to gift a little bit of joy to someone as well. So I really enjoy it. I've been doing this for many years at this point, and because I think it's so fun, it's actually a benefit that I implemented in my own Patreon. So everybody at the Domino tier and above gets a chance to participate in bi-monthly gifting events if they so choose. It is absolutely not mandatory, but that is something that I have brought to my Patreon as well. So there is definitely a lot of opportunity for me to be gifted books throughout the year. And basically what happens is when I receive these books from my wish list, I do not open the boxes at all. Instead, I take them immediately to my husband, who so kindly hoards them in his office all year until it is time for me to film this video, at which point he wraps the books, I number them, and then we start the month by me opening book number 1. Now, I will say that this year, I don't exactly know how I'm going to showcase me opening the rest of the books. Last year, I was doing weekly or bi-weekly vlogs, and you would see me open each book in those vlogs. But unfortunately, vlogs make it very difficult for me to maintain a daily posting schedule during Vlogmas. So I do plan on doing a month-long vlog, and I can certainly include the unwrapping of these books in that vlog, but I may try to, if I can, do shorts of me unwrapping each book, or maybe posting in the community tab a picture of me unwrapping the book and what it is. I haven't officially decided, but we are definitely going to be unwrapping book number 1. And if you're unfamiliar with how this works, essentially the goal of mine is to read one book every other day leading up to Christmas, hence the Advent theme of the calendar. Now, I actually do have 14 books here, so I have a little bit of wiggle room because it's not likely that the advent calendar is going to go perfectly, right? Like, for example, there are plenty of books on my wish list that I may have already read, like maybe I have listened to them and now I want a physical copy of those books. So there could be some books here that I have already read. If I do encounter a book that I've already read, I will go ahead and unwrap one of the extras, but it's possible that I may eventually run out of extras. And if that's the case, then I'm just going to read another book from my TBR, if that makes sense. Also, similarly to last year, if I am gifted a classic or a chunky fantasy, I'm going to allow myself the opportunity to veto reading those books at this time because, first of all, classics I feel like take a very specific mindset. I have to be in the right frame of mind in order for me to be willing to read a classic that is definitely not going to be during the hectic time of the holidays. Similarly, when it comes to a chunky fantasy, I've said this multiple times before, but I have to read those immersively. So those are things that I'm going to physically read and listen to at the same time, meaning if I'm going to indulge in a chunky fantasy, it's something that I actually have to have the time to sit down and physically read, and that is not always going to happen at the later part of the year during Christmas. So if I do pull a chunky fantasy, if I find that I have the bandwidth to go ahead and read it, I will allow myself to do so, but if not, I will go ahead and skip that book at this time. So we're going to go ahead and play those by ear. Also, if I happen to receive a book that is a part of a series that I've already started, and maybe let's say I receive book 3, but I haven't read book 2 yet, I am of course just going to be reading book 2, and I will save book 3 for a later date. Those are just some of the rules and guidelines that I have set for myself for this advent calendar challenge, but for the most part, I'm hoping that all of these are books that I need to read and that I am going to be able to read during this time. Again, the goal is to read one book every other day leading up to Christmas, December 25th. So we're going to see how that's going to go. So of course, we are going to start with book number 1, which is right here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that number there, but this actually feels like a really thin paperback. So let me go ahead and unwrap this and we're going to see what it is. I'm going to try not to look as I unwrap it so we can do a reveal together. I'm going to have to put my microphone down though so that I can do this. Okay, I haven't looked yet, so let's see what we got. Ooh, Ask for Andrea by Noelle W. Ely. The funny thing about this is that my first experience with Noelle W. Ely was actually last year during my Advent Calendar Challenge for Bookmiss. It was gifted to me by one of my Patreons, Sherry, and I think that she gifted this one to me as well. Let me see. Okay, I asked my husband to keep the gift notes within these books, but either this one didn't have one or he completely forgot that request. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to properly thank all the people who gifted me these books, but I do think that this this was probably from Sherry because she gifted me the first one. So if that's the case, thank you so much to Sherry. I'm really excited to be giving this author another chance because I actually really did have a good time with that first book that I read from her. Megan, Brescia, and Sky have just one thing in common. They were all murdered by the same man. He hunted them online, masquerading as an eligible bachelor. Then he played the perfect gentleman, a thick layer of charm and a 1,000-watt smile hiding the fact that his first dates end in shallow graves. He's gotten away with murder 3 times now. The only thing that might keep him from killing again, the women he murdered. Megan, Brescia, and Sky might be dead, but they're not gone. They found each other and they won't rest until they find a way to stop him. The haunt is on. Okay, so it sounds like this might actually have a paranormal aspect to this, as in all these murder victims may be making an appearance as ghosts. I'm not entirely sure, but like I said, I am really excited to be trying more from this author. And I think that this is a solid start to my reading for the Christmas season because what screams Christmas more than murder? All right, everyone. Well, that is the extent of today's video because I'm only going to be unwrapping book number 1. And then as I read these books, then I will continue to unwrap the rest and we will see what my reading looks like in December. It is completely outside of my control. I am actually hoping that there is going to be some opportunity in here for flexibility, as in maybe I encounter a book that I have already read, because as you know, if you've been watching my channel, I have a lot of reading challenges that I'm doing, a lot of reading plans. And so it would be nice to fit 1 or 2 of those books in December, but we're gonna see how it goes. But I know that this is one that I should hopefully be very easily able to fly through. So I'm really happy about that. Please comment down below and let me know what you think of my advent calendar challenge. Unlike a lot of the other advent calendar challenges I see on BookTube, I actually have no idea what books these are. They are a complete surprise to me. So please comment down below and let me know what you think of this advent calendar challenge. Let me know if you are doing anything exciting for your December TBR, or if you made it to the end of this video and you are not feeling chatty, please go ahead and leave me a Christmas tree emoji in honor of the beginning of Bookmas. And as always, if you like this video or if you just like me, I'm going to ask that you like, comment, and subscribe. It's free for you, but it helps me out so very much. And I would like to take a moment to give a big shout out to my patrons. You truly make it possible for me to continue creating content. If you would like to join this small Patreon community that we are building, I always leave that linked down below along with all of my other social media and any books talked about in the video. As a reminder, I'm going to be attempting to upload 1 video a day leading up to Christmas. I don't know how possible that is going to be for me this year, but we are going to do my best. So if you don't want to miss any of that, please subscribe down below and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye y'all.